Very good afternoon and best greetings from Finland to all of you. Come from the land of ice and snow and Santa Claus. My name is Dr. Raimo, and as you heard, I come from the University of Oulu, from the Faculty of Education and Psychology, and the unit is called Teacher Training School within the same faculty. Maybe this needs some kind of password in order to work. Let's see. Okay. So the title of the presentation is Reforming Teacher Education, but before I do so, let's have some introduction about where do I come from. The city of Oulu is located in the middle part of Finland by the sea, and we are a city of approximately 200,000 people only, very small in size. The University of Oulu has got 8 faculties altogether, and as said, I come from the Faculty of Education. The university itself was established 1958, and we have approximately 14,000 students and several hundreds of foreign students as well. Our Faculty of Education in the latest Shanghai ranking results was scored quite nicely, thinking that there are thousands of universities in the whole world, and we became in the Faculty of Education between 51 to 75. I think comparing to worldwide, it's quite nice. The heart of education, Teacher Training School. What this is all about? Let's have a look. Finland is full of lakes. We have tens and tens of thousands of lakes, and so does our school locate by one of the lakes. And here in this picture you can see the primary school in front, and then middle and high school at the back. Our school was founded more than 400 years ago already. We are one of the oldest educational institutions in Finland, 1609. And what we also do is we give mentoring for student teachers, and we have been doing so for 70 years, since 1953. Now, some of you may already think by yourself that, well, why are you called Teacher Training School? Because now you can see that we also provide primary school education, middle school and high school education. So why the name Teacher Training School then? Well, first and foremost, we are a regular neighborhood school. For the little ones from 7 years up to 19 years old, students, they all come from the neighborhood, and we are a public school. However, we are the university school, which means that we are not governed by the municipality, but by the university. And in Finland, we have only 10 teacher training schools, like the one I am coming from. All in all, we have more than 1,000 students, and every year we provide mentoring for 600 student teachers. These 600 student teachers, they are studying to become either a primary school teacher, what we call classroom teachers, or they are studying to become as subject teachers, for example, in mathematics, physics, English, and so on. So every year, 600 students who are studying their master's degree They come to our classroom to teach the little children. So in Finland, if you would like to become a qualified teacher, you must study a master's degree. That takes approximately 5 years. But to become a qualified teacher, it's not enough just to read books, listen to the professors giving their lectures, or attending some tests. You must have your practicum. In other words, you must face the little children in classroom situation and teach them yourself. This is the reason why we are called a teacher training school. Our staff members, our teachers, they play a double role. They educate the children in most of the lessons, but whenever we have a student teacher doing a practicum in a classroom, then our teachers, they sit at the back of the class and watch how the students are performing. All student teachers must provide a lesson plan before the lesson begins. So our teacher who is following the lesson is able to see that is the student teacher following the plan and is the lesson going as it should be going. After the lesson is over and at the end of the day, our teacher and the student teacher, they sit down together and our teachers mentor the student teachers. What was good? How can you do a bit better tomorrow? So this is what we mean by mentoring, and I will talk about that a bit more in a minute. All teacher training schools have 4 areas that we must work with. Now you have already learned that we do provide education from 7 years up to 19 years. But we also do please go back. Okay, thank you. Mentored teacher training, as you have heard, but we also do research and development. As you understand from the point of view of being a university school, we collaborate not only with our own faculty researchers, but also with other faculty researchers, in addition to the private sector companies. About 15% of our staff members have studied to become a PhD in education. In other words, also our own staff members are very keen to educate themselves after they have already successfully provided by a master's degree. They want to become doctors in education. And finally, number 4, in-service training. In the University of Oulu, we provide in-service training in 3 areas: local, national, and international. And this is my field of work. I've been happy to collaborate with partners and good friends in Kazakhstan now for more than 5 years. The light is so bright that I'm not able to see the faces well, but I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Almas Ordabayev from Quantum School, without whom I wouldn't be here with you today. We are not only partners, but if I may say, we are already good friends. And we are happy to continue with Quantum, the collaboration in the future, and also partner with other stakeholders here in Kazakhstan. We also provide similar trainings to other countries and organize online training courses. So if you are interested, please get in touch with me. Networking. As we all know, in any field you work, you rarely can do the things by yourself. So you need to have good partners, and we have also good partners globally and nationally. Maybe UNESCO School being one of the most widest network in the whole world. We are also a UNESCO associated school. Here are some of the references that we collaborate with, and as said, Kazakhstan is amongst this list. Upskilling or reskilling your professional skills is something that we do also provide. This terminology of in-service training, it may not be so clear to some, so I also use this professional learning opportunities as a concept. Here are some of the details of the online courses and services we provide. The one on the left is about mentoring. The one in the middle about education, leadership and management. And then, like here in Astana, we are helping the local school to become a teacher training school, turning from a regular school to be able to provide mentoring for the future teachers. Go back, thank you. Midnight Sun Summer School International Seminar every year in June for 5 days in our university campus. This next year the theme will be Education, Leadership and Management. All the necessary information can be found from the website, and you are cordially invited to become a member of this seminar. So let's go to the actual topic itself about what means reforming teacher education from my point of view. Teaching practicum is something that can be organized in many kind of ways. This slide hopefully provides you an insight how things can be done. On the left, you can see the model that is existing in many countries. When you are studying to become a teacher and it's time to do your practicum, the university or the college may send you to any school nearby or far away. And there, you as a student, you will practice teaching in a classroom supported by a teacher who may or may not, in many cases, not have had any kind of special training, what it means to mentor, what it means to support a student teacher during the practicum. Whereas on the right, you can see the image what exists in Finland. Every teacher training school is part of the university. So our staff members, we all are staff members of the university itself. And this centralized system of providing practicum for student teachers is something that we are very proud of. All our staff members, they are not only qualified teachers by their master's degree studies, but they also are qualified mentors. They have been trained to help the student teachers during the practicum to the best possible level. And as always in education, no matter if we speak about the little children or the grown-up student teachers, we must keep in mind that everybody is individual and they need individual support also during the practicum. And when they need this individual support, it's very important that the mentor knows what kind of interaction is needed with this person and what kind of interaction with that person, and so on. So these professional mentors, this is one of the keys to the successful level of education in Finland. And as most of you may be aware of, Finland has produced quite nice results in education throughout the years. They are all gone. Nobody is back sitting at the back. Thank you for turning. Teacher training school, it's a very unique way. You don't find this kind of system in many countries as you find in Finland. As I told you earlier, we are only 10 in the whole country. Finland has a small population, 5.5 million, but teacher profession is extremely popular in Finland. We are really happy to have the opportunity to provide training for student teachers. Of the applicants, only 10%, approximately 10% of all the applicants are accepted to study their master's degree program. 10%. So if we have 1,000 people who would like to study, only 100 gets in, and the 900 either have to apply again next year or they will consider maybe another test next year. But it's extremely popular profession. We have this joke, I hope the translator is able to get this right, but we have this joke, we have 3 reasons to become a teacher in Finland. June, July and August. In the past it used to be that it was 3 months holiday. Today it's 2 months and 1 week, but 10 weeks is a good number of a holiday. So it's not the real reason, of course, but it is one of the attraction why so many would like to be a teacher. But of course there are much deeper and real reasons for this. But, according to research, how to combine the theory with practice is a challenging case in any country. I have been able to provide presentations, lectures, workshops in more than 40 countries during my career, and I have met some student teachers who say that they do a few days of practicum only during their bachelor degree studies. A few days. Well, fine, it's okay as such, but I personally believe that the practice itself will make you a teacher rather than reading the textbooks, which are also important, don't get me wrong, but it's the practicum that really supports you. So what we say in Finland is that a teacher training school is the place where theory and practice shake their hands. Whatever the student teachers are studying and learning in the lecture halls and from the textbooks, our staff members are the ones who then help and guide and mentor them to put that into practice. So that's why in the previous slide I said that teacher training school is the heart of teacher education. One more back, please. Thank you. So here it says that allow student teachers to start practically applying the theoretical knowledge. applying theoretical knowledge means that already when you are a student teacher, you start to grow your personal practice of knowledge. And this is something every teacher has got as a very unique feature of their profession. Those of you who are teachers, how many teachers or principals do we have here? Okay, great. So those of you know that it's your personality in the end that plays the key role when you are performing in a classroom. It is the way, it's your attitudes, it's your values and your own self that the students can sense, hear, and see every day. Some of us, I was a teacher myself a long time ago, some of us may think that you can fake yourself in front of the little students because they are so young. I'm telling you, well, you know it, but you cannot. You cannot act. You cannot be like a Hollywood actor and be good. Yeah, thank you. You cannot. They see you and they hear you and they know when you have a good day and when you have not so good day. They know you. So your personal practical knowledge is something that you can also study and you can learn, of course. And this is something our teacher training school is really keen on. We are happy to provide opportunities for professionals already working in schools, teacher colleges, universities, We are happy to provide opportunities for them to become even better in their profession. This slide tells you how teaching practicum in Finland, how teaching practicum in the University of Oulu is organized. It's organized usually in a similar way, but some universities do it in a bit different style or in different order. But this is the way we go in Oulu, and this is for primary school student teachers. They who will educate grade 1 up to grade 6. 7 years up to 13 years. Okay? So, all in all, they study their master's degree for 5 years. And from year 1, they already have orientation level school experience, which means they have their first practicum. As a primary school student teacher, you kind of grow gradually, year after year. You become more and more aware of how am I as a teacher? What are my strengths? And especially, what should I learn more about? If I may say, I think we all have some blind spots within ourselves. We don't see some features we do or say or behave and so on. And here you have two options. You either need a good mentor, maybe a colleague who comes to your classroom and sees how you are doing. Or for the student teachers, of course, it's our staff members who are their mentors, and they help them to find the blind spots and the development areas that they need to get better in. The other way is to do reflection. Just to say shortly, it's like, I hope the translator knows that we have a president in Finland, but if I was the king of Finland, I would give every teacher a mirror in a pocket and say that use the mirror often to reflect yourself. In reality, of course, reflection means that you think how was my day? How did I perform? How did the little ones learn today? Did I succeed? What can I do better? And so forth. This kind of research, action research of your own work is a necessity when you want to become better in your profession. And in Finland, in a teacher training school, the student teachers are able to get this reflection, this feedback, this mentoring every year, almost every year, during their master's degree studies. Okay, maybe this one tells you quite nicely what this is all about. If you really want to learn about yourself, I think that the experience is the key thing. And without the teaching practicum, if you don't have the experience, and without that you don't get the reality or the feedback. So in other words, if you do just a few days of practicum, how do you get the experience from the classroom? Because once you graduate after reading a lot of books and you go to the classroom and you realize, oh, the little kids are awful, I don't cope with them, I better go and do something else. For the society, I believe it's not good. The society, let's say the Republic of Kazakhstan, they invest a lot of money in teacher education. So of course the Republic or your government, they want that the ones who graduate and become teachers, that they stay in the profession. That they are the ones who are the workforce for the future leaders as well. Future school leaders, I mean. So, economic-wise, I think it's really important that the ones who graduate, they know what they want and they stay in the profession. Very quickly, when I said about the reflection, what it means, this is from my PhD. I was about to say, as you can see, but you cannot, under my name, it's 2014. You find it online in Finnish, I'm sorry, but you still find it. So what is the role of reflection when you want to develop your competence? On the left you can see normative didactics, and on the right the descriptive didactics. My mentor is telling me something. Give me a minute, please. Yeah. Slow down. Okay. I do my best. On the left, you see the normative didactics, meaning that what the curriculum says for you as a teacher to do. On the right, description of how your practice in reality has gone. Have you working according to the instructions and objectives given? During every lesson, these two interact. You as a teacher, you think, okay, this was my plan, and this is how I'm performing. Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? So there's an ongoing interaction between these two sets. Why you do it as you do, because you are so used to do things. Small decisions, big decisions. This is the way of your work. So the idea of reflection here is that it will take you to become more conscious of your decision making, of your pedagogical practices, assessment practices, and so forth. And reflection is one of the key features also in teacher training school. This is what we help student teachers to do, and not only alone, but usually in group of 2 or 3 or 4. And we hope that once they graduate and they go to work as a teacher, they continue to reflect their own work. So this terminology from tacit knowledge into explicit knowledge. Tacit meaning like hidden. We are not aware of it in our minds. Explicit meaning open. We are aware of our action and our thinking. So these questions that you can see on the list, and I've highlighted the key question. Well, they all are key questions, but why do I teach the way I teach? Again, if I was the king of Finland, and I say again we have a president, but never mind. If I was the king of Finland, I would say every teacher has this homework. Every 3 or every 5 years, please write an essay. Headline, why do I teach the way I teach? Write it down. Talk with your principal or school manager and discuss together about your strong areas and the areas you would like to develop. How many teachers do you think are doing this kind of work today? I don't know. I don't have any data. But let's have your hand up here. How many of you are thinking consciously, why do I teach the way I teach? We have some brave ones. Thank you. You made my day. And for the rest of you, you guess what I'm about to say? It's your homework. You don't have to return it to me, but do it for yourself in the beginning. At least to yourself only. It's never too late to start. So earlier I said that experience is the key thing. And here I say that when you want to learn, when you want to become better professional in your work, no matter what you do, you don't need to be a teacher. You can be engineer or doctor or lawyer or plumber or taxi driver or whatever profession. All are valuable professions. But your learning results from the reflection you do actively and hopefully with somebody else. And then you become better in your work. And mentoring is one way. I'm not saying as a key. In this slide, the most important letter is a. I'm not saying it's the key, but it's one key only. There are many ways. But mentoring is one way to become better in your own work. Next slide, please. So what is mentoring all about? How many of you are aware of mentoring? How many of you are practicing mentoring? How many of you are a mentor? Somebody who helps others. How many of you are a mentee? A mentee is a person who gets the support from somebody. Good, good, good. I think we all should have at least one mentor in our working life. The idea is that you provide the future horizon to your colleague. In our case, in teacher training school, we provide the future horizon for student teachers. But the mentor shouldn't think that the way I do is the way to go. And all my mentees should be like me because I'm so good. Well, fine, you can be good, but don't take that attitude. Find the individual people's strong points and make them stronger. Find the areas where they should become better and make them better, but do it together and with respect to your mentee. What are the benefits? There's a good list of benefits on this slide, but as I said earlier, there are many points of view, not only individuals' point of view, but also the school point of view, and all in all, the whole society point of view. With this, we have noticed that teachers who feel a bit uncertain after graduation, when they get help, when they get support as a newly qualified teacher, they remain in their profession. They don't leave that profession right away. We all know how it is when you come as a fresh teacher to your first workplace. You have so many practical questions. You need somebody to help you with these. Not only to talk about the teacher's profession, but also the school practices. So the first few years are quite overloaded. So how about your school as a teacher training school? As I said, here in Kazakhstan, we are working together with Quantum, and hopefully also later on with other schools that find this kind of role to be important for them, not only within the school, but within the city and the whole country. So we believe that this kind of work improves the quality of teaching, and of course, the most important factor is the students' learning results. When your teachers are provided with good mentoring, we believe that they become better professionals. And we would like to see that pre-service teacher education, meaning the bachelor or master's degree program, they also get improved. But the staff members need training to become mentors, and also with the time frame, we believe that there could be a network of similar teacher training schools in Kazakhstan. As I told you earlier, we have only 10 teacher training schools in Finland, and we meet 2 times a year in a seminar. And next time we meet is actually next week. I'm traveling down south to Finland. Some words are missing there, but sorry about that. But the idea is that you are not alone in the development process, but we would be more than happy to be with you. I started my presentation about headline Reforming Teacher Education, and I end this presentation with this slide. Let's do it together. We have been doing teaching practicum for 70 years. We have the policies, we have the practices, documents, training, everything is in place. If you are interested, you are welcome to visit our university, visit our classrooms, meet with our teachers, and meet with our student teachers as well to discuss with them how they feel this development during their university studies that they get from our mentors. This is my contact information. The mobile number also is a WhatsApp number. If you feel that you would like to get in touch, please let me know. On this same floor, we have a stand, like a booth of our university. We have some flyers about this school and the training we provide. You are welcome to visit the booth as well. But we have about 15 minutes to go before the next presentation. So now I thank you for your attention. I'm happy you came.